Okay, so I need to be on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a race of randomizer between LinlinlinNya and FebrezeN. I'm Scantor86. I will be your commentator for the day. Our modes, are Randomizer, Open, Normal, Randomized Swords. I do not have a commentary partner, so at least for now, he's late. And we will begin when our runners go for it. Looks like Febreze is getting a little... There we go. And both starting in Link's house, only finding 5 rupees. Looks like we have a red crystal in Eastern Palace, a blue crystal in Desert. I did not see what was in Tower when Linlin checked her map. Just 5 rupees on the first pull for the trees. Gibdos in the Uncle area. That's not going to be fun for anybody. 50 rupees on Uncle. Ten arrows in the chest, and it looks like Tower of Harrow was the blue or the red pendant. Piece of heart in the sanctuary. Now we get to see where routing takes us. Now with Randomizer comes a palette swap. As you can see, Hyrule does not look anything like it's supposed to. And Dark World enemies will be in the Light World, Light World enemies will be in the Dark World. It is also to note that the bosses should also be randomized. So we may end up seeing a ridiculous amount of Trinex fights, or maybe Armos Knights. Febreze is going to check the Lumberjack ledge to see if this is going to be an Aga seed. And just a shield on ledge, so not likely to see someone kill Aghanim just for that. Linlin falling a little behind. She went to go get her kill for the tree pole. And the fish bouncing around are in the Randomizer random check, so we may see a bunch of those. If we're lucky, we'll see some in Kakariko Village, where you can just hand one off to the bottle merchant for 100 rupees. Which may be why Febreze is tearing it around so much. It's 100 rupees for the good bee. I'm sorry. Yes, it is a bunch of refills. One of each. It's the heart, the magic, some rupees, some arrows, and some bombs. You're correct. Sorry about that. Febreze finding himself another fish. And we are still looking for our first weapon. And there's the refills. Some bombs, a piece of heart, the power glove in Blind's hideout, while Febreze is in the well. The lamp also in Blind's hideout. Excellent find there for Linlin. Rupees, sticks, and some pieces of heart and a heart container are all that's in the well for Febreze and his Trogdor sprite. Linlin using the Zelda sprite. And now they're going to go find what the other ones have already located. Rolling through Kakariko, if you approach from the north, it tends to be one way of routing to get everything in one rotation. But Febreze went ahead and gave the fish to the bottle vendor, and did the other way around. Linlin picking up the ice rod from the bottle merchant, it looks like. And only 20 in the chicken coop. Yes, the ice rod is on bottle vendor. Who says domestic terrorism doesn't pay? You just bomb somebody's house and get 20 bucks for it. And terrorize some chickens, just for the fun of it. Bugnet in the back of the tavern. No bottle means we can't check the sick kid. So we're going to go south, it looks like, to check the library and the race game. Linlin going to purchase something from the shop first. Bombs, bombs. A little bit of a sync going on here with our runners. Always fun to see that. And the library is hiding. Just 5 rupees. We will not be coming back to see that. Just going ahead and blindly going to do the race game, it looks like. So we don't know what's there yet. Random chicken. Causing some problems for Febreze. And a second chicken, just for 20 rupees. And we have a save and quit out. from both of our players. Now, with the gloves and the lamp, I would think... Oh, looks like we're going to go to the back of Escape with Linlin. I was thinking Death Mountain. Probably want a weapon for that, though. And South Shore checks coming from Febreze, and a bunch of nasty guards in the back of Escape, causing problems for Lynn. Normally only see those guys in Aga Tower. The Fire Rod in the back of Escape. That is a great find, and our first real weapon. Fortunately, she's going to need some magic to use that. Some bombs in the dam, and we're going to see what's under the water here in a moment with Febreze. And it looks like Linlin's coming down for the South Shore checks as well. Yeah, Randomizer, you saw the Minotaur staff guard there inside the dam as opposed to the regular anti-fairy, which is hanging out. Mini Moldorms outside of Mini Moldorm Cave, and one of them missing his tail. Some thieves there. If you do see those thieves, though, you can kill them with the Randomizer. I've seen it done. As opposed to knocking them back with your sword slash. Using the Ice Rod to hit enemies with another enemy. You see with Febreze here. And just throwing the last one into the pit. Piece of heart, piece of heart. 20 rupees. There we go. There's our first sword in Mini Moldorm Cave. Looks like Lynn is going to use bomb strats as opposed to the ice rod. Well, Lynn doesn't have any magic, so didn't get the fill-ups from the bottle merchant for delivering a fish like Febreze did. Now, the enemy that is normally here, where Febreze is at right now, is a one-off enemy that is not found anywhere else in the vanilla game. However, with Randomizer, he can be anywhere. No crabs means no threat up near Ice Rod Cave, and we'll see what's in it. Just 20 rupees. And we'll see where Febreze goes next. Having a little bit of trouble with our stream right now. Sorry about that. Looks like Febreze is going north to Hyrule Castle to go through the escape. Hopefully find something there. Guaranteed key off that first guard, and 20 rupees. Had a vanilla blue guard there, and then a Gibdo. That's no fun. Picking up that spare heart, just in case something nasty is awaiting him further down the line. Getting zapped by the jellyfish. And a mini Helmosaur holding a key in the normally what is the boomerang room. Finding the bow! Now that is a great find early on, opening up Eastern Palace. With the lamp, you can do it all in line. And Lynn picking up her bow. Sorry about that, chat. Seems I fell a little behind with the lag. Just some bombs in Zelda's cell.
You guys hear me yet?
And Cito has joined us. My commentator.
Finally.
Hello, Cito.
Hi. So what have I missed in 13 minutes?
And Febreze taking a death in Dark Rooms of Escape. Looks like some arrows on Lake Hylia Island. And Lynn checking Sasha Lara's closet.
Safe to assume probably Eastern after that.
Most likely, yes.
Nice with those silvers, though.
Silvers! Finding the bow in Hyrule Castle and the silvers in Sasha Lara's closet means that Eastern is going to be a cinch.
Hey, please, touch to talk.
The flying mushroom bombers giving Lynn a little bit of trouble.
We should be able to finish this up completely as long as we don't have either Helmosaur or Argus. It's nice seeing that early Ice Rod Randomizer. You never know when Trinex is going to show up.
That's true.
But unless I'm overlooking stuff, we can kill all but 2 bosses at this point, at least in Lynn's side. Both sides,
like
really, now.
Yeah, Febreze going up Death Mountain. Finding a bunny.
The baby shield.
Penguin Gators in Eastern Palace, that's always fun.
Oh, yes. Looks like we're gonna get a hint check here in a minute. Everybody's favorite hint.
Just walk away. And Lynn finds the burrito where the compass is normally found. And Gary's lunchbox contains a heart container.
That'll save him a walk at least. There's our first bottle, though.
Looks like a regular bee inside it.
Mm-hmm.
With the lamp from Blind's hideout, easy check through this. Uh-oh, Gibdo. And a wall mask.
There's the Skullwoods all over again.
Shadow monsters in the dark. And wall master.
I remember those wall masters growing up as a kid playing this. They were the bane of my existence.
Febreze is going to get his silver arrows.
Probably follow right in Len's path, right in the eastern. Which, I mean, it's a red crystal. It's always a good play.
Always is. And Jazz Sand inside Eastern Palace. I did not catch where Febreze picked up his Fisher-Price shield.
That was Uncle, I
the
think.
Wall Master, Lynn.
Nice. Now, I think Old Man had the shield.
The old man had the shield, that would make sense. And chat confirming that it was the old man who had the shield. Thank you, chat. Lynn using the trick to let only 2 Stalfos spawn in that room. Full magic refill for LinlinLin and Mini Goldor. Febreze making his way into the dark. He's following the path, finding a full magic refill in the vanilla big key room. Both our runners are already putting on a good show. Do make sure to give them a follow. They are doing this for your entertainment. Oh my, that's a lot of Henoxes.
I'm not mistaken, the silver arrow with yet one shot though.
Looks like you are correct. I've never actually tried silver fighting a Henox before. And now we get to see what boss is in Eastern Palace, and we have Moldorm. Moldorm not quite so intimidating without the pits to knock you down, but he does move fast. Febreeze opting to use the Fire Rod to get rid of the Gibdos and collect his key from the Dark Room. And Moldorm was holding the hook shot. Lynn claims her first crystal at 2356, and it is a red crystal. Looks like Lynn's probably going to make her way up Death Mountain. Tower of Hera is blocked off. And Febreze unleashing his bee upon this room of very nasty enemy. And taking a death from the Henox.
It's worth mentioning Lynn will be able to check East Death Mountain and most importantly, the new hype cave over there, Paradox.
With the hook shot, you can go to Paradox and Spiral Caves, which those are a good number of checks. There's 7 in Paradox and just the 1 in Spiral.
He's lucky you can find another glove up here too. That would open, what, 7 more checks? 6.
I think you're right. Sadly, she won't be able to get into Hera without the hammer or the mirror. Febreze picking up a fairy for an extra life, probably considering the Henox is in that room. We'll see what we have in Spectacle Rock, beyond that lovely hint tile. Just some blueberries, but it looks like she's setting up a bomb jump. Just a joke hint.
Good execution on that bomb jump too, it's not easy.
I've heard that is one of the trickier bomb jumps to make, and I've never been able to pull it off myself.
I've got it a couple times in practice, but never once able to do it consistently.
Ooh, Lynn taking a death from jumping off the cliff and landing directly onto a dead rock.
And another death on
taking a
Febreze.
death and getting revived by his fairy.
And Febreze finally makes it through the troll door.
Lynn in Paradox Cave. And we'll see what's hiding in here. Just some rupees on the bottom floor, or the top floor, depending on how you want to look at that particular cave.
Careful on Febreze's side, one heart, and he takes a death.
The magic cape, the magic powder, and a bottle. And there's our moon pearl. That's Dark World access. At least on top of Death Mountain. But you do need the mirror to get to Hera. So we are still looking for the hammer or the Titan's mitts. Blue mail on Floating Island. And in Spiral Cave we have just a piece of heart. A big thanks to our tracker, Lopoli, and our restreamer, Math Girl 718.
It's looking like an escape play.
Yes, she did not do the escape where Febreze did. Or is she heading up to Aga? She's going for Aga. That cape giving her access. And we'll see what fun awaits us in the castle tower.
Well, I guess at this point options are kind of limited.
There's still Zora that you could check, though most people like to put that off until they have the flipper, so they can check Waterfall and Zora Ledge as well.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess she could have done it, or he could have done everything but Zora's Ledge with the Moon Pearl. Now they can do.
And Febreze getting his Moldorm kill and his first crystal at 31 minutes 9 seconds. No treasures in Castle Tower unless you're on Key Sanity, which we are decidedly not. Only the 2 keys needed to get through this area. Ooh, a Beamos right in front of that stairwell. That's not fun. And some bombs and blinds hideout as our hint. We already have checked that with both of our runners. Febreze dropping into Paradox Cave. Ooh, a wall master in the room before Aghanim. This time Lynn avoids getting snatched. And Febreze has his Moon Pearl. One blue ball for Lynn. And Lynn defeats Aghanim.
Was that just one blue ball for the entire cycle?
I believe it was. It looks like we have the green pendant in Skull Woods and the red pendant in Swamp Palace, and the last red crystal is in Palace of Dark. I do believe it was only one blue ball for that Aga fight. Finding a bottle on Pyramid Ledge, those will be handy later. And there's that weird exploding enemy, right there in the Pyramid Courtyard. Is Lynn going to go check Catfish first thing?
On a side note, it looks like Febreze may be setting up that water walk for water.
Well, that would be our first sequence break, and we'll be able to see what the others hold, what the other drops here in the Light World are. And yes, Lynn is going for Catfish. That fake flipper, not a water walk.
Oh.
Febreze going right up to Zora and deciding to go back, seeing that guard standing there. The downside to the fake flipper is if you are touched by an enemy, you will die.
If he can get a good pattern, get into that waterfall cave, at least he'll be able to kill him after. Also, just a straight shot at the Zora after that, too.
And there we have the downside to the fake flippers, that murder bird getting the best of Febreze. Now, I did not see what Lynn pulled out of Catfish. Lynn looks like going to check Bumper Cave, since she can get the item that is on that ledge with the hook shot and the magic cape. Febreze is going for Agina. And finding red guards that are not happy to see him. And it was a red rupee found in Catfish. Not a really beneficial thing to find at this point. And Lynn in
I like Lynn's routing so far. It's been a very thorough, top-of-the-world check. There's a lot of these checks you don't do now. When are
A noticeable lack of Gibdos make this a little bit of an easier trick. Bombos on Desert Ledge. We'll see if that's required later, since we know we'll need a medallion to get into Turtle Rock and Misery Mire. Just a small key in the big chest. And Agita holding a big 20.
curious to see if they'll try to go towards the Zora area again or just give up and go.
Febreeze thinking about his move, and there's a Gibdo. Getting that statue up there with that fireball rope is going to be very difficult. Oh, there's our wall master. It looks like Febreeze has made the decision to go ahead and fight a Aganin. Lynn having some trouble with the wall rider there. Ooh, and the fireball turner gets her in the doorway. She won't have far to walk.
No, but that's set up again.
Narrowly avoiding the wall rider to get a 5 rupee prize. Taking a death warp back to the other room. Febreeze using his silvers to get through Aganin's dark maze. And our C-shaped house holds some love. It looks like we're going to check our Village of Outcasts now. There are 3 items in here, 1 in the chess game, 1 in the bombable shed, and 1 in the C-shaped house. Without the Titan's mitts or the hammer, she'll be unable to get the blacksmith. Bullfrog, I call Jeremiah. The hammer peg cave, or be able to gain access to Gary's lunch. And Febreeze falling off the dark ledge here. Just another 20 rupees in the chess game. A lot of 20 rupee drops so far. It makes you wonder where all the other items are.
Well, we still have some pretty dense dungeons to go through too.
The hammer found in Thieves' Town.
certainly what they would want to find at this point, considering that a big chest and big...
And the Master Sword. It looks like we'll have a vanilla big key location in Thieves Town. And there we have it. Febreze finally making his way to Aga. Lynn deciding to hit the brony with a skull just to kill it. Looks like shadow creatures on the treadmill. Oh, and rolling logs in this room. Personally, I think I'd take traps.
In my experience, this room is always a nightmare into my...
And a trap blocking the hint tile. And it's just a joke. Lynn using the powder on the bunny beam to get some health refill there.
And we've got a dead Aggie on the right.
This seed is showing no mercy right now. And that's a cannonball knight, only available in Randomizer.
Looks like Febreze is actually making the pod play at this.
Well, with the bow and the lamp, that's not an unreasonable decision to make. However, we do know that the hammer is in Thieves Town, so he will not be able to complete that.
Still, it's a solid play. I mean, he might get some items that'll lead him that way. He might get ahead of the game on a few items, kind of like here, the Titansmiths help him clear at it.
Very true. He could also find a sword, or maybe the Cane of Samaria, something else he's going to need later on. It's always weird to see an aquatic monster out on the land, like the swamp landmola that was just there, dipping into the ground with the water effect. Now, in Randomizer, the Maiden will not be down in this room because it is not guaranteed that Blind will be our monster of, or our boss of the day. And with the hammer, she can get to the big chest, and we have just 300 rupees.
And something about that red card just did not seem right.
And a random skeleton chicken here in Thieves Town. And our boss is Cold Stare. Eight hits with the fire rod will get rid of that ice, and it's like the puffs have gotten away from her a little bit. Ooh, that's rough.
Cold Stare is notorious for hitting very hard.
Guess that's why the blue male is in his dungeon. Looks like Lynn is deciding that discretion is the better part of valor, and will come back once she's better equipped.
Yeah, tempered at least helps for that. Or half mad.
Cash held by someone friendly, our hint in the basement of Pod, with Febreze on the right. Now that could be any NPC, the guy in the bunny rabbit in Hype Cave, the thieves who give you items in Mini Moldorm. I believe Sick Kid as well, but I'm pretty sure he has his own hint as well. I didn't check. I didn't see what was in the dig game, but we have Stumpy check here.
Good bomb.
It was just some bombs? Oh. No love in this seed.
Got our Hype Cave coming up next, and I would not be surprised to see Lynn go straight on into Pod after.
Looks like Lynn's going to check the hint tile in Swamp Palace first. And just a journal entry for Lynn.
Febreze stalking up in the fairy room on the right side of.
Choosing to let go of his fairy. Looks like
Oh,
taking the
yeah.
death warp out of Pod.
No hammer.
No hammer. And that piece of heart makes 4 for Lynn. The Cane of Burna. And the mitts. So now Lynn has access to Spike Cave up on Death Mountain with the hammer and the cane. And got her mitts, so now she can access the rest of the Dark.
That also means Febreze here is going to have a long walk ahead of him to catch back up with all his Dark.
Febreze choosing to use the cape to get past the big spike. And another Cannon Knight. Looks like there's some Gibdos hanging out in the dark. Quake Medallion. And instead of going south for that one more item, Febreze is going into the Dark Maze. Did he pick up his big key?
You know, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think he did.
Apparently he did.
Oh, okay. Well, I must have missed.
Oh, and a Lionel hanging out in the dark maze. That's not going to be fun.
Still just 1 silver, if you know.
And the Fighter Sword, in fact, not only wasn't reaching the Lionel, Fighter Sword does not damage Lionels. It's not strong enough.
Yes, I believe you need at least tempered for a...
You can damage them with the Master Sword, but the tempered is always recommended.
Can you?
I charged through them once with the Master Sword and did some damage. Didn't really hurt them, but it got them to get away from me for a second so I could charge through. And Febreze taking a death in the dark maze. Lynn fighting guards on the treadmill and avoiding the chicken, which is just confused as to why it's there. There's the big key for Pod. Lynn picking up 2 fairies to give herself some extra life. And I'm wondering what Febreze is thinking, because you need the hammer to go further in this room that's coming up.
Maybe he's just opening it up so we don't have to wait on the cutscene next time. Or maybe he just didn't register no hammer yet. Kind of like when he went into the fairy room or...
And rage slashes from Febreze, realizing he does not have the magic hammer.
The long walk to that hammer, too.
Febreze is going to take the Hyrule Castle warp back into the Dark World. And we'll see where he goes from here.
And he's got to use the hook shot access. The only question is whether he goes to the catfish or not.
Lynn choosing to muscle her way past the spikes. And Febreze did leave that south room abandoned. Did not pick up the chest that's in there. Perhaps Lynn will pick it up and we'll see what else is in Pod. There's one thing you could say, and that is not, this site is not a poverty seed. Both of our runners have more than enough rupees to make it through the rest of the game without trouble. And Lynn also choosing to not go into the south.
I guess with key logic, wouldn't that have to be a small...
I think it would have to be, yes. So maybe that's why they left it abandoned.
Yeah, because they got the vanilla big key chest, so the only other key door is down.
Yes, the map being in the big chest, it would have to be a small key. So they would just use their key to get another key. That's a waste of time. Thanks for pointing that out.
Although it looks like Lynn probably will cut back through that room. It's a little quicker than, well, maybe not. She don't have the mirror, so she can't really mirror out. But death warping might not be quicker.
No, taking a death from the bat. Very true. Ooh. A bunch of red guards. Febreze taking his foray into the Skull Woods, hopefully to find something, but we know there's not much in there. And an excellent David Bowie reference in chat in reference to those Cannon Knights.
Trying to look at the next Fusel we'll play, at least for Lynn at this point. I have to say maybe Dark Death Mountain after.
If I were Febreze, I'd be making sure I hit Thieves Town.
Oh,
As
yeah.
for Lynn, yeah, Dark Death Mountain sounded pretty good right now with those mids. Hookshot Cave's got a few items in it. And we know the Floating Island doesn't have anything, so you want to go through that part of it.
I really don't think there's much open to Lynn at this point. Made a very thorough check over the Dark World on his line.
That Henox dying and then hurting his friend with a bomb. I don't know what those things are called in the game, but I call them Shoggoths. After the H.P. Lovecraft blob monsters that they were palette swapped to during the spooky seeds of Halloween this year. Armos Knights in the bottom of pod.
Basically free at this point.
Perfect execution by Lynn for her second crystal. And now has both red crystals, gaining access to the Fat Pyramid Fairy Pool and the 2 items contained therein.
And with already going through Aggie, the nice shortcut for that. Oh wait, no.
No shortcut, still have to pick up the red bomb. But instead choosing to go up the mountain.
It's smart. 6 items, knowledge for Turtle.
It's a good play. And you'll always come back that way anyway.
And actually, Hammer now means Hera access too, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
It is a pendant, but it's quick, at least for the basement areas. Well, outside of...
She does have her fire source, so she has access to all of Hera, regardless of what's where. It looks like Febreze is taking the fight to Mothula for the green pendant. Getting snatched by the wall master for his trouble.
Looks like we will get that hair.
Sure, you can always come back and pick up the rock and smash the pegs on light side Turtle Rock anytime. And we should get a look at this hint tile. Another journal entry reminding you that domestic terrorism does pay when harassing that chicken coop.
Until you walk into an Randomizer seat and they're all red guard.
Oh, getting snatched for Breeze with bad luck on that Wall Master. For those who are wondering why they're called Wall Masters, in the original Legend of Zelda game for the Nintendo, they used to walk along the walls on the edges of the dungeon before rushing out and snatching. They were not invisible creatures until they were dropping.
I actually feel really bad for Breeze right now. Fighting his way in here. It's only a blue piece of path.
He is not going to be happy. I'm expecting more Fury swipes. You know, I'm kind of agreeing with chat that I'll take Ice Palace over Skull Woods.
Have to agree with that one.
Bad luck with the Wall Rider and then the Wall Master. And we have Mothula inside Moldorm's room. Mothula nowhere near as intimidating without those spikes to protect it.
Did anybody catch the other hint tile? I was busy watching Febreze when we passed.
Ooh, narrowly avoiding the Wall Master. And Lynn picking up her Pendant of Wisdom. I do not think the infinite cape glitch would work whilst holding a statue, because you have to be slashing your sword for that, don't you?
It's just a grab, but I'm not sure on the statue. Looks like he's picking up the magic refill.
Holding the wall. Well, it's possible then. I don't know. And one Vanilla Dead Rock up on light side Turtle Rock area. So this seat is really liking those flame pinwheel things. I'm still not sure what to call those. Ether required for access to Turtle Rock. Did Febreze give up, or did he get? He got his 5. He got his 5.
Yeah, he made it in there.
Oof. Trogdor is not happy. Just a piece of heart and 20 rupees in Super Bunny Cave for Lynn. While Febreze does his Village of Outcasts checks.
We'll have his hammer here in a minute.
And he'll dip into the Thieves' Town and get his hammer. He'll get his Master Sword.
I have seen people put off thieves until they have that hammer, but at this point, he doesn't have much else to do. I would not put.
Lynn finding the Bloomerang and the shovel inside Hookshot Cave. Anybody want to do a fetch quest? And the red guard with the hover strats. Andy would be proud. She going for Spike Cave?
Has to be at this point.
That's the only thing over here right now to think of. And that's a Lionel head. What in the world happened there?
There's that hammer.
The flippers are in Spike Cave. If I had to take a stab in the dark, I'm going to predict that Lynn is going to head over to Zora right about now to get all those checks out of the way. 4 items.
Probably combo that with Ice Palace directly afterwards to its whirl.
Yes, with the whirlpool directly in front of Venus's cave, that is the play to make. The single arrow, my favorite find, is on Lake Hylia Island. It looks like she's going for Hobo first. I have yet to have a seed where I have not found that arrow. But I have not seen the ultimate find yet. And 300 rupees from the hobo. If he's so rich, why is he under a bridge?
That's why he's so rich.
I would say that the ultimate find in any randomizer would be to find the lamp on Mothula. Because that's just hilarious. And a mini Moldorm skimming on top of the water. That hurts, chat. That hurts. And then getting the free bottle fill. We'll see what we have today. And it is a red potion.
It could have been worse.
Red potions are pretty good. I've seen the bee come out of that. Not the good bee, the normal bee. Here's where all the crabs are. They're hanging out in Zora Springs. Just a 20 on the ledge. Don't think we'll be getting that. That Moldorm seems to be stuck. So does that thief.
Hey, there was an actual Zora.
Just a 20. Life lessons from Zora. It looked like Febreze decided to use the cape to get through the room with the rolling logs in Thieves Town. Good play. And Lynn going for Swamp Palace. 6 items in Swamp Palace. Pretty good look for getting stuff out of there. We still don't know if we need to go into there. Oh, no, not going for Swamp. Going for the big red bomb.
Well, I mean, Swamp's not really available without the...
Oh, we need the mirror, that's right. I get this far and I'm usually thinking I have the mirror. I've made that mistake in my own runs.
Actually, probably what Febreze was thinking with that hammer earlier, too. Seeing that regular glove, have to have the hammer.
There's the Igors from Eastern. Lynn is releasing her B so she can get the free red potion fill as well. 10 arrows and some bombs. Disappointment from the Fat Fairy.
I think we're about to see some disappointment on Febreze's side when he gets the cold stare and sees only has half.
To complete, we still need the flute, the mirror, and ether, potentially bombo. And we don't know if we'll need the boots or not, because the item there could be an item or a key on Desert Palace Torch, and there's always the 1 in 22 chance that the Ganon's Tower big key is on Bob's Torch. Oh, lamp on the pedestal, that'd be terrible. And Febreze taking a death inside Thieves Town. Looks like Lynn's going for the witches. Picking up some blue potions, sacrificing her fairies.
No, I don't really blame her, considering the dungeons we have left.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want some magic for Desert, and well, maybe not Desert. You're definitely going to want it for Misery Mire. And Febreze not even going to bother unlocking Cold Stare, just taking the death.
Doesn't have enough magic to unlock the cold stare.
That's true. And Febreze also choosing for discretion to be the better part of Valor, to come back later and take Cold Stare's crystal. Lynn going to retrieve her shovel fetch quest in the Haunted Grove. And a blue potion, that's all 4 bottles. So where can they go? Looks like Lynn may be going, yep, Lynn's going to Ice Palace.
3 items, 3 hint tabs. Decent choice at this.
Hopefully these hint tiles are a little bit more helpful than the ones we've been getting. Journaling is really frustrating.
You think at this point we're out of the trolley hint tiles at least?
Something sharp above the pose. The graveyard ledge is holding the Tempered Sword. And Febreze going to get his Titan's Mitts out of Hype King.
curious if Febreze will just go ahead and head up the mountain or go finish off Pod at this.
It is the sensible thing to do. Or one of the sensible things to do, I suppose. Looks like he's checking the hint tile in Swamp Palace first. A lot of wall masters in our dungeons today. I don't think Febreze liked that.
No, I'd be glancing over at that hammer and cursing that hit tap.
Choosing his move carefully, deciding to start the sanctuary. It looks like Lynn is going to forsake some of the items here in Ice Palace and going to make the bomb jump. Excellent execution. Did that snake take 2 Master Sword hits?
No, I think it did. The entire room was just rude.
Finding a little lost rat in Ice Palace. Always fun to see what kind of randomness the Randomizer will put in for you. And Febreze opting to rescue Jeremiah. And that is the best place to find the big key in Ice Palace, I think. The
I like that
mushroom
bumper
hammer
strap.
pegs.
I really like that bumper strap to get.
It looks like our hint tile said that there was the hook shot in Eastern Palace. Smart, using your powder to refill your health before lifting up that rock. Sick kid, only having 10 sticks. On Febreze's side.
And we have aggression.
There, yep, the flute. ₹50 for saving the bullfrog and turning him back into a dwarf. And it looks like we're about to get a big chest check in Ice Palace, and Batman also has Heart Container. And Lynn looks like it's going to do the hook shot glitch to jump through those blocks to get to the big chest. Does that mean Cold Stare has an item?
I would assume the only other chest he hasn't really got to is iced teas. Unless I missed that.
Well, it may not be Cold Stare. And in the bottom, and the mirror is the reward for turning in the mushroom. And we have Trinex in the basement of Ice Palace. Lynn missing the item switch before the Firehead dies. But Lynn did come prepared with that green magic potion and the blue potions.
Looks like we're gonna get that pod play on Febreze's side now.
Looks like he is going into pod. Lynn forsaking the Sword of Evil's Bane and going for the hammer use on Trinex, killing it. And Lynn gets her third crystal.
It was definitely a pain-locked Ice Palace. Makes you wonder where that came.
Well, Ice Palace did give us the flute, so it's like Lynn's gonna go activate the flute and maybe head for Misery Mire, see what's there. She is going to need to go do the Hammer Pegs cave to get to the mushroom, because the mirror is behind that. And going to get her 10 arrows from Sick Kid. And the duck takes her to the ledge in the desert, going into Misery Mire. And we'll get to see what medallion is required for that. Quake! We have access to Misery Mire. May not be able to complete it until we find the Cane of Samaria. There's an armor upgrade in Mire Shed. That's got to be a bit of relief. Now, some runners decide to go up and to the right to get into Checkerboard, but you need the mirror to do that, so that is currently closed to Lynn.
You know, depending on whether or not this cane is actually in Misery Mire, that could make a lot of good time up for or make it a lot easier of a time for Lynn, because all those mirror checks that Febreze would probably do before risking that might.
Getting dead rocked in front of the hookshot gap. And nothing but a lot of shrubberies in the opening room. I've always found Randomizer to be a little too intimidating to try just yet.
There's one of the two items at least.
Now, in Randomizer, the tile rooms are special in that they will have differing patterns, usually a map out of the original Zelda game. And there's the Ether medallion required to get into Turtle Rock.
Well, that's half of Turtle Rock's puzzle.
Well, she can get in and get that lovely hint tile at the beginning. She just can't go very far. Needs the Cane of Samaria.
And that's two items.
That was two.
Meaning, I guess that mirror's hiding the cane.
Could also be that, yeah, the mirror's gotta be hiding the cane. It could be in Swamp, could be in Checkerboard, K45.
You still have the green pendant, too.
Now that would be troublesome. And we also have the pedestal.
Another option Febreze already has at this point is desert, too, if it's not boots.
Is he going to make the swamp play? If so, that could make him up for some of the time he lost. Oh, he can't make the swamp play, he needs the flippers.
Nope, looks like we're going to Grove Lab.
And Lynn is coming for her revenge on Cold Stare. Didn't have quite enough magic. Looks like there wasn't anything of significance in K45.
Nope, just some bombs. And we know Graveyard Ledge has a sword, so... We still have Checkerboard, Swamp Palace, technically Desert.
Looks like he's going to go for the Fat Fairy, and we'll only find disappointment there. And ammo. But mostly disappointment. Lynn claims her crystal from Cold Stare in Thieves Town, making her have 4. Looks like Lynn's gonna go rescue Jeremiah. He's taking a moment to consider his options. There's Lynn's mushroom, which will lead to the mirror.
It also looks like Febreze is about to get his tempered sword, too. Lynn is actually making up quite a bit of time on this chain having that flute.
That tempered sword is going to save him a lot of time, hopefully, on some of these boss monsters. And Lynn about to pick up her mirror. Choosing not to refill her potion bottles. Lynn going to make the dip and going to get Checkerboard Cave.
If we're lucky, we'll find out if we need boots or not for this season.
Oh no, Desert Palace. Even better. And to pick up Bombos. Which will save her magic if we have to fight Cold Stare again. And we do not need the boots for Desert Palace. There is still a very small chance, about a 5% chance, we will need them for Ganon's Tower. And there's the Bloomerang for Febreze. And the shovel. And there's the boots for Lyn. Which is only going to put her further and further ahead with her saving time on boot dashes.
Also, it's up a couple more places to check for that cane.
Looks like Febreze is going to pick up the armor upgrade on Floating Island, I think.
You know, you gotta almost wonder, is it worth it to get that Tempered Sword and Graveyard Ledge at this point, now that she's gonna have to do the boots check?
It does make the Ganon fight significantly easier, because the Master Sword can only damage Ganon during spiral slashes, but... or spin, sorry. But the Tempered can do it with regular slashes. I would go.
Yeah, probably. Not if it was Butter Sword at this point, but Tempered. Especially with Flute to go straight to Cack and Warp.
And a lonely Wizrobe hanging out. Is Lyn going to use Fire Strike? Oh, we have Blind in the Landmola's room. Just 9 hits with any sword. Blind is one of those scripted fights. And Blind is down in the Desert Palace, giving Lyn her 5th crystal. Five crystals, still no go mode. Where is the Cane of Samaria? Just some sticks in Checkerboard Cave. However, now Lyn can check King's Tomb, which she would probably route in with the Graveyard Ledge.
It's kind of what I was saying in Bifrost.
And Febreze picking up his Pendant of Wisdom. I'm going back in to check the basement. Playing it safe and using the cape. And he's going to hold the wall with the cape, giving him Infinicate.
Yes, and it looks like we will be picking up a tempered sword on the left side here.
So we're going to be checking Bonk Rocks first. I got a little distracted trying to figure out what level that was out of Zelda. What was in Bonk Rocks?
It is 50 rupees.
Just 50 rupees. Chat, that pattern of the tile room was one of the original dungeons out of Zelda 1 for the Nintendo. I believe it was level 7, but I could be wrong. It's been many years since I've played that. And there's the Tempered in King's Tomb.
Now on Zelda 1, 7 was Key Dungeon, right?
Ah, well. It looks like Lynn is going to be picking up her Butter Sword out of Graveyard Ledge. Butter for Lynn! Life is easy, life is good. Now where's Febreze gonna go? He got his flippers, he's got his hook shot, he's headed south. Is he going to Swamp Palace? Nope, he's gonna go pick up that single arrow on Lake Hylia Island. Which is considered a unique item by the hint tile logic. Thank you, chat, for reminding us. If this race does not end in 10 minutes, we are going to have to cut the restream. We do apologize for that. It looks like Lynn is Lynn going to go to the Swamp Palace finally? I'm really eager to get people into Swamp Palace tonight.
Looks like it.
Yay! Swamp Palace. And yes, chat, I do believe you are correct. There's no way to finish this in 10 minutes. Even if Samari is right there, and they still have to finish Misery Mire as well. The difficulty setting is normal for both of our racers. The same seed for both racers to ensure fair play across everything. Oh, what he's having trouble with? Febreze made a few bad gambles and had a lot of trouble in Eastern Palace when he started up. There was a room filled with Henoxes and Buzzblocks, where Lynn just pulled out her silver arrows and had no trouble with it. Febreze had a little bit of problems in that room and has fallen behind because of it. Yes, and then his pod dip without the hammer also really hindered him. The hammer was in Thieves' Town the entire time. Febreze picking up his fourth bottle out of the Haunted Grove with his shovel. Will Lynn find the cane in time? Nope, that's just a compass. Choosing to forsake the west side of Swamp Palace. Hope that pays off for her. A lot of Minotaur guards in Swamp Palace. Minotaur
On a
guards.
side note, Febreze is coming straight into the Swamp Palace as well. Nothing else that'll save him some time, make up some of that time.
Perhaps. Maybe if he goes to west side and finds the cane there and bolts out. Saving himself some time there. There's the Cane of Samaria in the waterfall room. That is Lynn in go mode. These racers are putting on an excellent show for us today, so be sure to give them a follow on Twitch. Helps them out quite a bit. And Lynn missing her duck.
I would have to think finding that cane should take Febreze Meyer to find that ether medallion, put him in go mode pretty quick here.
And Febreze did pick up his bloomerang in Hookshot Cave a little bit earlier. Looks like our commentator thing is a little bit messed up. So be sure to thank our restreamer MathGirl718 and our tracker Lapoy for their hard work as well. Lynn having some trouble with her powder. And rushing to the basement of Misery Mire. That Vitreous fight will not take much time with the silver arrows in hand.
You know, it actually might be a little quicker with that mirror, boot, and butter sword strats to just dash through the eyes, too. Be a little quicker.
That's true. The cape with the dash strats on the butter sword is a pretty efficient means of getting rid of Vitreous's little buddies. There we go. We've got the bot working again. So there are links for your convenience.
Of course, it also just clicked in my head. It might not even be Vitreous. This isn't.
Oh, very well. That's true. It very well could not be Vitreous. I don't watch a lot of Randomizer, so. And in the bottom of Misery Mire, we have Landmullas? Landmullas! And Febreze is fighting his Mothula fight. Getting his Pendant of Power in the bottom of Swamp Palace.
Hopefully does not choose to go back in the left side swamp. I wouldn't with the cane in.
Looks like he's going in. That Swamp Palace west side is pretty tempting.
Yeah, and I mean, technically, medallions can be anywhere.
Lynn rushing as fast as she can to Turtle Rock, trying to get you guys a view of the inside of that dungeon. Excellent use of the hook shot to avoid the fire spinner. I don't know how many more names for those things I've got, but I'm going to keep trying. Lynn seeing the red mail on Floating Island. Choosing to forsake it and instead enter Turtle Rock with the Ether Medallion.
Always have to appreciate, by the way, getting to make Turtle Rock your last dungeon before G.
Does make for very efficient routing.
I think I've had maybe one seed where I was able to make a Hera, actually. Turtle Rock isn't much worse.
I've seen an inverted seed where Turtle Rock they need to access it through the bottom half of it through Laser Bridge, which you can do in inverted because some things have changed, including being able to access Mimic Cave from the Light World. And that is a very oddly placed Fire Snake. And a Wall Rider. With the Fire Rod and Hook Shot, she can take the shortcut and do this the easy way. As a reminder and an apology, we are going to have to cut this stream short in about a minute and a half. if you are interested in seeing the end of this race, please do go to our racers' Twitches and watch on their streams. No chain chomps in the chain chomp room. Make for a fun day. Lynn finding the big key. And short of her having trouble in Ganon's tower or falling a couple of times in Ganon himself, I don't see Lynn having much trouble finishing this in first place.
Yeah, I mean, Febreze still has Thieves Town.
And the mire, yeah. Those two holdups with Pod and Eastern Palace really did come back to bite him in the bluff.
Yeah, Pod especially. That was probably game over at that point.
All right, we are going to have to cut the stream, and thank you for watching.